everybody. This is episode 9 of The Nest with your least favorite host, Michael Keller. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for all the support, by the way. Today, I am joined by one of my good friends from middle, high school, and all throughout college, Zach Day. Thank you so much for being here, homie.
Yeah, man. Thank you for having me. I'm hyped.
Of course, dude. Of course. So what's going on?
Not
How you
much.
been?
Good. Trying to keep busy. School's pretty chill. Not a ton of work necessarily, but I've been doing a lot of work from my club that I'm in, but that's pretty much over and applying to jobs and
What
playing.
club?
The club is called the Bentley Sustainable Investment Group. For the listeners, I go to Bentley University in Waltham, Massachusetts, and the investment club. It's just like we have like an endowed fund from the school, and we manage that kind of a finance guy, and then we look at companies that do a lot of good stuff for like society and like the environment and stuff like that, because we think that the returns will be better in the long run because they're not exposed to like like oil, or they have like really good like management and boards and stuff like that. So that's kind of what.
Dope. How long have you been doing that? I feel like I've heard you mention that before, but
Yeah, it was new to the school this past fall, so we were like pretty much just
okay.
getting off.
All right. Is that AI in the background?
Yeah.
I thought so.
It's a cool drawing. It's all like words and like stats. So it's not like a guy just like drew his image. It was like all written and it formed.
Oh,
Same with you got Dawkins over here.
Dawkins and Jesus.
Yeah, and Mr. Christ himself. Yeah.
Good shit. So you were saying there's some fucked stuff going, dude. Like for my school, for USF, we still have no idea what our like graduation's gonna be. Like they just canceled it and they said like we'll let you know at some point if we're gonna do something.
Yeah. Is San Fran still really bad right now?
No, that's the thing. It's not even that, like, especially not compared to here. Like, it's not nearly as bad. Like, every person that I see that's still there, it seems like they can still pretty much go out and do, like, the normal kind of stuff. Like, I don't think you're not supposed to, but there's just so many less cases there in general.
Yeah, it was weird because Boston was like real bad for a while. And there's so many colleges that actually Bentley was one of the last in the area to like call things off. And I was on spring break when everything was developing, and so that was like kind of tough way to like go out, because I mean you're on spring break, you're like looking forward to the end of everything, you're ready to mentally check out, and then they're just like see ya. But so yeah, what happened was, so we started off like the normal protocol. It was 2 weeks of like online classes, then we'll reevaluate. This week would have been the first week back, but then they called it all off. So so they're like, yeah, we'll let you know about graduation. As of right now, it's just postponed. And we were like, okay, that's cool. Like maybe we'll get something in like the fall instead of online graduation, because that would suck. Just go out with like, I don't know, fucking webcam, like through that.
I still don't get how that would work. Like I've heard people say like, oh, we'll do an over the, like, what are you going to have 1,500 people in a fucking Zoom?
Yeah.
Stupidest shit I've ever heard.
That would have been whack. But anyway, so we get an email yesterday, and like normally Bentley administration gets a lot of flack for how they handle stuff, and like normally I kind of get it. But I thought they handled everything well. Like they really wanted to wait as long as they can, or they could, before they called everything off. So yesterday we got an email saying, hey, graduation's back on August 22nd. If you want to let your parents know that they can go to this hotel, we negotiated a discounted rate, like $169 a night at this hotel, like 10 minutes from school, less than that. But they were like, okay, it's normally an unticketed event, so you can invite fucking everyone from your town if you wanted to, but we're only allowing 2 tickets per student, and there's going to be like overflow rooms. So like normally the graduation's on the football field. They set up a big tent, but since it's August 22nd, we think it's going to be in the same place as freshman orientation, which is the following weekend, which is on upper campus, which is like right near, like pretty much the way Bentley is. It's like upper campus because it's on a hill. It's like all the academic buildings and some like freshman dorms and stuff like that. And then the lower you go, it's like more like residential buildings, and then lower campus is like the football field and the gym. But they're doing on the upper campus where there's like a smaller green space, like a quad, I guess. And it's going to be in the tent there. And people were just like, here, let me read you some of the stuff, because
how many people were in this group again?
So this group me is 525 people.
Is it a Facebook group or like a?
No, like a group me, like the app, like WhatsApp, but it's group me.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Like people use it to like, oh, like where are we going Thursday night? Where people go tonight? Like,
I remember that like freshman year, everyone like in a certain dorm or whatever would just put all like their like Facebook or Instagram info and shit.
So keep in mind, there's a pandemic, which means a bad thing is happening to the entire world. um, and Bentley's one of the like again, they did everything they can to like really like be patient and figure this out. And like I'm sure like Bentley had to like reason with like the local government and everything out to figure out how this was going to work logistically. They probably weren't just like, hey, governor fucking whoever, we're going to put it back on for this weekend and it's going to be two people. Like, and then the governor wasn't probably like, oh, that's fine. Like, that's not how the conversation went. Probably had to work.
Dude, I literally haven't even heard of any other school like actually planning a commencement either.
Yeah, I've just heard.
Like that's like the first one I've heard of.
Right? Like, so this one chick, Liana, who I've met her a few times. Like, she's nice. But she's just like
stupid.
Yeah, like so.
Just to put it not that delicately.
Yeah. So the first semester at Bentley, you take a class called GB 112, and it's like Bentley's known for like accounting and finance schools. Like it's like the top accounting school in like America. Like I would never want to be in accounting.
Fun stuff.
Yeah, but like this class is notorious because people like realize that they like can't do finance and accounting. It's kind of like the weeding out kind of class.
Okay.
And like I'm reading this, I'm like I'm not surprised that half of you like bombed this class. Like you guys are all idiots. But one says, can we all email Shepardson, who's the dean, complaining about 2 tickets per person? And I'm just like,
immediately that pisses me off because you're just calling so many. You're calling so many people to action for shit that they just obviously don't care, like your own fucking issue. That's so stupid.
Yeah. And 50 people liked the message. I'm like, okay, like granted not all 50 of you are going to do this, but like do you really think that flooding someone's email with the same thing over and over again
is going to help your cause?
Like, and people were just like,
that's the easiest way to make someone want you to shut up.
And so this chick, she's like, I would like for more than just my parents to attend. What the fuck? Like, yeah, I would love if my 80-year-old grandparents get to attend, but if they come,
yeah, I don't want them to
like,
die.
like even if it wasn't like,
shit.
Someone I didn't know, they had an old family member who came and then that person passed away, like it'd be sad. It wouldn't be worth it. Like, and she's like, no, it's never been like this. It's normally unlimited. It's normally not during a pandemic.
Yeah. It's not normally like this, actually. It's the complete opposite of like this.
Congratulations. Like, and she's like, yeah, I want to celebrate graduating college properly. And like a lot of other people were saying stuff, but this person was just the most like.
Man, like no shit. Like who doesn't? You fucking idiot. Like
yeah, like and Bentley, they organize a senior class trip to the Bahamas right before graduation every year, and like they don't. Yeah, it's crazy, and like I mean, you have to pay for that out of pocket, which like fine by me. Like I saved up for it and whatnot. Like I was able to do that, but like.
So what do they do then? Do they just tell you where to go?
Yeah, so it's in Atlanta. So it's literally just like you click a few links, you pay, they organize. Like it's the easiest thing in the world. It's like imagine.
But you still pay for all of it.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh. It's 4 days in Atlanta. Like that's like
paying. That's not the Bahamas.
What do you mean? Atlantis is the Bahamas.
Oh, I thought you said Atlanta.
Oh no.
It's like the fuck are you talking about? That's mainland. That's landlocked.
Anyway, so they had to call that off, and like everyone was bummed about that. But I'm just like, can't you guys all just like be happy that we're at least we're being able to walk? Like you're graduating from like a really good school. Like the school's like doing everything they can to like accommodate circumstances. Like just like stop bitching. Like,
yeah, dude, that's insane. Like I want to graduate normally. Like I don't get what you're not getting here. Like it seems pretty obvious, dude. That's the one thing that annoys me. Like. Anytime like the news is on or something and I see someone talking on the thing on whatever channel, they'll just be like, yeah, it's really important that we all do our part and stay inside and, you know, be clean. Like, who are you telling this to? Who's watching? Who turned on the news tonight? And this is news to them, literally. Who's like, holy shit, like, fuck, I got to go out and I got to start prepping.
I've been a dirty boy this whole time. Like, yeah. I got to change my ways.
I just missed all of this. Like, who the fuck doesn't get it? Like, I get if you know about it and you just have like a different opinion, but who's like getting informed still? I don't understand that.
Dude,
Oh, dude,
it's kind
I wanted to tell you too what we I don't know why I just thought of it, but you know how there's those companies that'll send you like ingredients like food and
yeah,
like the recipe and then you make like the dinner. So we've been having those recently and
yeah.
I'll give them credit. They were pretty good. Like we've had ones that were like chicken with like cheese inside and like
Mm.
uh butter, broccoli, stuff like that. But then we had one tonight. It was tacos with pickled vegetables.
Oh, I don't know about pickled vegetables with tacos. All
Thank
right,
you.
let me hear this.
Thank you, dude.
Like, I would probably still like it, but like, it wouldn't like, it would have to be like. So there's sometimes
Dude,
where
they
we get,
it looked like a Greek salad wrapped in a tortilla, and I wanted to vomit just looking at it.
so the only time,
And all I could think was like Zach would probably house this right now.
so I gotta, so hold up. Before I get into what my mom made tonight, which is gas, you won't think this is weird, but the only time I think pickled vegetables and tacos would work is like so like standard like fish tacos at a restaurant. It's like cod or like mahi mahi, and it's fried with like only some kind of like sauce that's like mayo based with like avocado, and sometimes they'll put pickled red cabbage on it because it's like kind of crunchy and like it's like tangy and like it works.
Hmm.
But the idea of like multiple pickled vegetables, like
You know, multiple, an assortment, a cornucopia of assorted vinegar-soaked vegetables, dude.
damn, dude,
So
Gina made
literally,
here
oh
wait,
yeah, go for it.
okay, Gina made Thanksgiving tonight.
Ooh,
Yeah,
okay.
dude, her
What
stuffing kills it
what did
every
she
time.
include?
So turkey, which was like super moist because she made it in like a because she's got all the like
She has the gadgets and gizmos.
yeah, exactly, yeah.
Of
Um,
course she does.
Yeah, so she's got this like clay pot, and like apparently that's the best way to cook it because it keeps like the because like dry turkey is just the worst. Like it really
Yeah,
is.
agreed.
And I'm not
Agreed.
like I'd rather have like all the non-turkey stuff on Thanksgiving than turkey. Like I just like don't love turkey. Like it's just like boring. I think.
It's a bland meat,
Yeah, it's like the blandest of meats.
and especially if it's dry, it's literally just like having mouthfuls of sand. Like it's so useless.
But her stuffing, she made it with Italian like hot sausage and mixed it in there with some apple.
What
Gas.
kind? What kind of
Oh,
apple?
I don't know, but it wasn't your favorite pink lady.
Dude, I tried I think it was a gala I had
Okay.
today.
Yeah, those are the big ones, right?
Maybe it wasn't a gala because I don't know, honestly. I can't remember. But I had another golden delicious today and I ate it out on my porch in the sunshine. I felt like a real American.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So I'm gonna have some apple pie now that my taste buds have evolved past the level of like a 4-year-old.
How do we want to let the listeners know about our Moe's odds?
Oh yeah, yeah. So first off, me and Zach couldn't be more polar opposites when it comes to food. Although I do like some random strange shit that most like I feel like a lot of people are on the fence about oysters. I could drink
Yeah,
oysters.
yeah. All right,
Um,
fair.
but anyway, Zach literally told me the other day that he could eat like 12 pounds of mushrooms like it was just nothing, which is putrid. But so we went to Moe's one time, and anyone that doesn't, it's just like another Mexican place where you just do like the kind of make it yourself, not make it
Yeah,
yourself, but
yeah. It's
made
like
to go.
Chipotle, but it's closer to Pancheros.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
In that they have more fucking sus options to put on your burrito. So we did an odds that um whoever lost got to order for the other person. Now this is just kind of a lose-lose for me because I'm either going to lose and have to eat like basically a salad wrapped in a tortilla shell, or I'm going to win and it's not even going to matter to you at all because you're just going to eat it anyway and be like, "Oh, that was so good." So of course, with my
More.
of course I fucking lose. Um and this guy puts corn, onion, mushroom, jalapeno, any other vegetable that you could think of, just
Lettuce.
wrapped.
No, you vetoed the lettuce. I let you have that one because you fucking hate
Dude,
lettuce.
yeah, I vetoed the lettuce before I knew everything else that you were going to put in there that's 10 times worse. The lettuce would have been a nice surprise in that whole concoction.
I don't think I got corn because I'm not a corn guy, so I don't know if I would have subjected you to that. But
Oh,
I'll take
yeah,
corn.
my bad. No corn, but the onions and mushrooms made it in.
My
Fuck.
opinion is like any pepper is fine. Onions like fine. Like the mushrooms is a stretch. Like I get that's like a weird thing to put in your burrito. I admit that, but I just love mushrooms. Like anytime I see mushrooms as like an option, fine by me.
Only you. You're keeping the mushroom business in market right now.
Dude, I remember one time I was telling you about this restaurant that I heard about where they had a like a banana caviar
Ass.
pancake, and I was telling you about this, and I
Ew.
remember I remember your reaction because like I think the normal person who doesn't like that would say like, "Oh, I don't like caviar," but you're like, "Ew, I hate bananas."
Yeah, dude. That's another thing. I could down caviar. Caviar's good. Dude, anything
Like, I
seafood.
hate that you were just so quick with it.
Dude, banana fucking sucks, man. I cannot eat a banana.
You're
I
the
could
only
not
one there.
I could not keep my dignity and peel and eat a banana.
Uh,
That's just not an option for me. I even
would you rather eat a banana every day the rest of your life, or never be able to drink a Coors Light again?
probably never have another Coors.
Fair enough.
Every day I need to have one? Dude, I remember that was have you watched Parks and Rec?
I've seen like so my freshman year roommate he watched it and it was always when I was doing homework so I've like seen episodes but like I couldn't tell you like
But
what happened.
you know the gist of like the
Yeah, I
characters
know
and
the
stuff.
characters, I get what's
Yeah,
going
yeah.
on. Yeah.
So in one of the episodes, I forget exactly what happens, but it has something to do with Ron's health. And Anne, Rashida Jones's character, she's like the nurse or whatever. And she at one point at the end of the episode goes up to Ron. She's like, "Oh, like if you're gonna have a family or whatever, you need to start being healthy. So just eat like a banana once every few days." And I would have been like, "Bye, family. I'll just die. Pass. I'm not eating a banana every day."
Do you not even like the
That
plantains when they're like fried and shit?
I honestly, I don't think I've ever had one. I've
Okay.
Fogo to shower or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
They always give you the plantains there, but I
Those are
don't think I've. I just like I move them away from me if they get too close. Dude,
you have
this is gonna be a
plantains.
wild a wild opinion. I feel like I've gotten some flack for this, but the best thing at that restaurant is the molten lava cake dessert.
I
Past
don't
all
think
the
I've had it.
past all the meat, past any of that other stuff, past those good mashed potatoes that they give you.
The mashed potatoes are I thought you were gonna say something like the like the cheese at the salad bar. Because
No,
you know they always
you
have
think
that
I've
big
ever you
deal.
think I've ever walked up to a salad bar?
Fair enough. Fair enough. But I haven't been in
No,
a while. But I remember like the couple times I went, I like I prepared myself all day for it. Like I had like a few eggs, like in like the late morning, and then I just like starved myself the rest of the day, and like it was just like bacon wrapped fillet like the entire
dude,
time.
I did that one time. But you know what happens? Have you ever gotten so hungry and if you're just in a situation where you like just can't eat, like there's maybe nothing around or you're busy or something, like you get so hungry and then you'll eat like one little thing and it'll like fill you up kind of.
Yeah, I don't know what you mean.
Like that's what happened to me that time because I did the same thing. Like I was like, "Oh, I'm just going to eat nothing all day." And then by the time I got to dinner, I just felt like sick.
Yeah, I think the recipe for that is like not a lot of calories, but like high in protein because protein's like what keeps you full.
Mhm.
I don't know. That's what Gina says at least.
She is a health expert. I would trust her.
She knows her stuff.
How does she feel about vitamins? She make you take a lot of vitamins? I feel like she
I was
would.
like a kid, I would take like those Flintstone ones, but they always like the taste would just like linger and like it would just like repeat on me. I
Yeah.
like to take these, so then I just like stopped. But No,
I could
she's
definitely see her in the morning just being like, Zachary, take your B12.
no, not really. I mean, like at least she tried with like the kiddie ones. Like it's not like she put me straight down to like one a day men's when I was like 4, like
Hmm.
which would be like in the sitcom version of her. That's what she'd be doing. But like,
That is.
yeah,
That would
but,
be very Gina. Like, you have to be a strong boy.
no, no, it was just a lot of broccoli, spinach growing up.
I fuck with broccoli. I like for all the vegetables that I hate, I do like
No,
broccoli.
if somebody like actually hates broccoli, that's just like you're like 2.
Dude, especially
So,
too if you put like butter and cheese on it.
mhm.
Mm.
So what
Oh,
else is going
dude,
on with you?
did you watch Tiger King?
I watched like 2.5 episodes. So it's like I was at my dad's house, watched 2 episodes, went to my mom's house, then she started it. So I watched those same 2 episodes. So I've
Hmm.
seen like a decent amount of Tiger King content. It's just repetitive. So like
Okay.
I gone all the way through. But Twitter's
Apparent.
ruining it for me. So that's good.
I feel that. Apparently, Trump is gonna take a look at the pardon for Joe Exotic.
Oh,
It made it. It made it to his desk. I was thinking that. I knew that that was gonna happen, because if like the ASAP Rocky thing, like that made it all the way to Trump, and that's like only his fans. This was like the biggest show on Netflix, or
mhm,
has been for like weeks now.
yeah,
Hang on one second. One
yeah.
second. All right, there we go.
So wait, what exactly is the pardon? What do I need to know about it that doesn't ruin the show?
Well, that doesn't really come up in the show at all, but like that he's like in jail now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's just trying to get pardoned by Trump so he can like
Oh,
get
oh,
out. Yeah.
oh, jeez. Dude, did you see that he ran for governor, I want to say?
Yeah,
Um
that's in the show. That's later on.
yeah, and he got like 19% of the votes.
Yeah, dude,
What?
in like Oklahoma.
Yeah,
That's hilarious. I would have voted for him.
I don't know. Actually, if he's on the ballot, I'm probably just not voting. Like, leave me out of this.
Yeah, you're just like, what the fuck are we doing?
Yeah,
I feel like that's what people said about Trump, though. And guys killing it now.
leave me out of this one too.
I could watch content of him all day. It's too funny.
Dude, there was I remember when
Just like the way he says anything. Like anytime he talks to the reporters, they'll ask him a question. I'm just like, what are you talking about? Look it up. You're so bad at your job. Like I'm shocked you're a reporter.
dude, my favorite like Trump meme was it was. Do you remember like the last debate with him and Hillary? They were just both kind of walking around, and like they were like constantly talking over each other. I guess. Actually, it was probably
Yeah.
more Trump over Hillary, realistically. But there was this one like picture of them. They were both holding the mic to their mouths or whatever. Their hands were kind of up, and like the caption was just like a bunch of Earth, Wind, and Fire lyrics. It was like it looked like they were like mid duet.
Maurice White,
Who's Maurice White?
fake ass Earth, Wind, and Fire fan.
Oh, I'm not actually an Earth, Wind. It's just I know the lyrics to September. And like
He was like the lead singer.
see, that's a Bolden cut. Bolden with a
Dude,
rat on his shoulder in his story.
yeah, that was gross. Hang on, let me show you this guy. Can you see my screen?
Yeah. Oh, it's cluttered. That's stressing me out. Oh, this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, you know what bothers me more than a cluttered screen like that is when people will use like a browser like Safari, Google or whatever and have like a million tabs open.
Yeah. I
That bothers me a lot.
I was doing that recently for like jobs and stuff, like just like constantly like saving URLs to throw into like a Word document so then I didn't have like 40 tabs open. But I know exactly what you mean. I'm just like, just do one thing at a time. Be
If I,
better.
like I'll have maybe like 4 open at it. Like if I'm doing like a paper or something and I need to go from like the assignment to like
Hmm.
my page and then like a source or something, that's the only time that I think it's acceptable.
It's just like when the tab itself gets so small, then you go to click on it, it just immediately you hit the X on it. That's when you know you fucked up.
Yeah. Dude, oh shit. I feel like I had a movie to tell you about to check out, but I totally forgot. Oh, dude, what's next on your list, on your movie list? Because you sent me it and it's like 3 pages long.
No, it's all. I mean, because realistically, I'm not going to get to all of them. I watched the King's
Not
Speech
with
from.
that attitude.
Fair enough. Let's see. Just I'll go down the list. So Parasite, 'cause I never saw it in theaters. I've seen Reservoir Dogs, but like I need to like be more. I needed to like pay attention more. Um, Catch Me If You Can, Leon the Professional, Rain Man, Social Network. Saw that when I was like, that was like,
Rain Man.
yeah. My nana always tells me about Rain Man.
Why?
I don't know. Anyway,
She
Social Network.
troubled?
No. White men can't. Is it man or men can't jump? I forget. I wrote
White
men.
men.
I thought it was white man though.
Here, let me look it up.
Big Woody Harrelson guy. That's the point. Um, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. I only made it into like an hour into that. Citizen Kane, because as somebody who like really likes movies and likes to talk about movies, like I feel like I just need to see it.
I was
Um,
just looking into that movie the other day. We were talking about it in one of my classes. And
I,
from
I
what I've heard, it's incredibly boring.
really,
Yeah, like I haven't seen it, but I also I feel like it's just one of those necessary movies.
yeah,
But
it's a
I
right up
feel like
that.
it's just gonna be awful. Like I watched this past Christmas I finally saw It's a Wonderful Life.
Oh yeah, I don't plan on watching that ever.
It's terrible. You know what's the worst part is Jimmy Stewart's voice. Yeah, it's Christmas time, and I think that I'm gonna go out and it's all about family. It's all about doing things together. It's like you need to fix your fucking vocal cords, dude. You
I
sound awful.
I swear every like old actor, maybe it's like the black and white and the bad like tech compared to now, but like they all look and sound the same.
Yeah, they do. They all have that kind of like the voice like this. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
like
beat
they.
my wife.
Jesus. But what
I'm
else?
gonna smoke cigarettes in front of my kids.
Wicker Man. I want to see. I've never seen Schindler's List. It's always on TV. Never watched it.
Good movie. That's like that movie drains you. You need like a nap after that movie, or to just go to bed. Like you need to restart. You can't like watch that movie and then be like, oh shit, the bus for like Six Flags is leaving.
Like that's just how you have to end your day.
Yeah,
Um, A Clockwork Orange. I'm a huge Kubrick guy. I'm a huge
yeah.
Stanley.
That's a quintessential. Another weird movie.
Let's see, just the name of it. Taxi Driver, Chinaman or Chinatown, not Chinaman.
Chinaman.
That was right next to All the President's Men, and I just kind of made it one.
Chinaman.
Um, in general, though, like a lot of like drama, thriller stuff, or that's like my wheelhouse for sure. Like during the year, me and my friends we watched because none of us had ever seen it. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and like one of my roommates. I mean, he's just the one roommate with like the worst opinions. His name's Tyler. Shout out to Tyler, love the kid, but like fucking horrible opinions. Like
Was
tries
he
to
the
argue
one
with.
that was he the Godfather kid?
No, 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 no. But
Okay.
he's the one that tried to once like tell me that like Adam Sandler's just like one of the best actors, like period. And I'm just like, dude, don't like just don't do this. Just like
What? He's
please do this.
barely an actor, dude. Like he's in movies, so I guess he acts, but he's not really an actor because he just basically plays himself.
Anyway, he was like, I don't get horror. Like the whole plot of the movie is just survival. I'm just like, yeah. So you mean like life?
Yeah, what do you mean? That's
I'm like
that doesn't make any sense.
it's the most like emotion and like thought provocative like
Like
genre.
what is he like then?
I'd like probably just like
Yeah, I
it,
guess
like
they can't really compete with the heavy hitting deep subject matter of a Billy Madison or a Happy Gilmore
yeah, or like click.
or Click.
Um, but it's just like my whole opinion is like if you're somebody who needs like to watch like an action movie with a lot of things like exploding and it can't be more than 2 hours and 15 minutes, like just stop watching movies. Just
Like an
stop.
Expendables type movie.
Yeah. Or like I've never been a Fast and Furious guy. Like I get it. They're like exciting and like a lot of big stars and stuff. But like and if you like
The
cars,
first
then, like
the
I
first
get it.
one is good. I like the first one.
I think I saw either Fast Five or Fast Seven when it was out in theaters, and I hadn't seen the other ones, but I was like, that it was the one where they're on the runway for like a half hour, and the plane is just driving on the. I forget what
Oh
it's like.
yeah,
No, but
I think it's 7.
yeah. Anyway, one the runway would have just ended at some point. Like,
Someone did the math. I think that like it turned out that the runway would have had to be like 50 miles or something
yeah.
because it was like 30 minutes of the movie spent on the runway just going in a straight line.
But anyway, I saw one and I was like, okay, I don't need to see the others. Like, I'm good. Like, I'm good. Like, I get it.
Yeah, they
Um,
basically are the same thing at this point. I think I've seen 5, and that was like the last one I saw.
but I feel like none of the streaming platforms are like. I mean, like Netflix, I added a lot of stuff to my list yesterday. But like, I just wish like all the streaming platforms were just like better for movies. Like they're all like
Agreed.
I Google like I don't know like what the normal person does to like find if a movie is available in general, but like I Google like title of movie streaming and then like it'll be like YouTube $3.99. I'm just like I want it for free. Um, yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I
that
usually
anymore.
go Netflix, Hulu, and then Amazon.
Yeah, I want to get that one Shutter. It's for all the horror movies. Apparently, it actually has like everything.
Yeah, I've heard that that's
Um,
pretty good too.
might be a little too niche.
One of my favorite horror movies. It's kind of stupid, but The Thing with Kurt Russell.
I've heard of it.
Dude, you should watch that. It's so ridiculous.
What's
It's
your
so ridiculous.
what's your top five for like horror thriller?
Mm, I really like Jacob's Ladder. Um, I really like. I don't know, dude. I like a lot of horror movies. I like Last House on the Left. I like. You know, it was good. That movie on Netflix, Hush, about the deaf lady.
Mm,
And the guy that tries to kill her, one is like the most idiotic person ever because it's a fucking deaf lady. Like you can just break in the house and stab her in the face. She's not going to hear you. But he just takes his sweet time like every other serial killer.
mhm.
But I don't know. I'd have to think. Hang on. I also have a list of movies, and there's a bunch in there. I want to watch Deliverance, if you can count that as a horror. Nah, it's not really a horror movie, but I know that that's good. Um, the fuck. Mm. Oh, dude, I totally forgot about this one movie. Creepiest shit I've ever seen. May. Let me show you. Let me just show you
Ma?
the That movie sucked. We can get into that. But dude, just look at the because every once in a while I see this. Um, like I think it's on Amazon. So every once in a while when I'm on there, I see the like picture for it, and it always creeps me out. Scope this. May movie 2002. Just the picture freaks me out, dude. Look at that.
Oh, wait. And they're a difficult child because of her lazy eye.
Hang on,
Yeah,
I'll read it.
I'm just on based on the description. I'm in. I'm in.
Young misfit May endured a difficult childhood because of her lazy eye, and though contact lenses have helped, weird thing to add into the
And I don't
description.
think that's how contacts work, but okay.
Yeah, the contacts don't fix lazy eyes. May just as a
If
young.
anybody who's listening has had a lazy eye corrected by contacts, please let me know so I know for the future.
Yeah. Young man was fixing her takes a shine to May's oddball ways, but May's strangeness ultimately drives him away, leaving her open to the advances of her coworker. Anna Faris is in this. I haven't seen this movie in a while, but I remember I watched it once and it like freaked me the fuck out. Look at dude. Ugh. Oh, look at this too. Look at this mask and have fun going to sleep tonight.
Alice, sweet Alice.
Oh,
That's
dude.
not the kind of thing that freaks me out, though.
Really?
Do you want to know the
Dude, to
time?
me like I'm not going to be able to like go downstairs and like get myself a glass of water tonight because I'm just going to be like thinking that that is going to be at the bottom of my stairs.
The I think the time in a horror movie where I was like the most
Oh,
like
get
scared by
this out of my.
things, not like scary. was so The Shining. I think is like Good Will Hunting's my favorite movie, but I think The Shining is like the best movie for me. Like because it's like horror. It's just like I just love it. But the part where um Wendy, the wife, she's running away. It's like in the climax of the movie, right? Like shit's getting out of hand. She's running up the stairs and she sees, I think it was the old caretaker Grady getting like top from the bear or the person in the bear suit.
Not.
Like that,
Oh wait, it's not the black guy. It's like some
no,
white
not
dude, right?
Scatman Crothers. Not Scatman Crothers.
I
It's
thought that was. I thought that was the character. I thought that was Grady, the black guy.
no. Grady, he's just like a white guy. There's like
Really?
no,
The
because
Shining
the black guy is
Grady.
same
Oh, yeah,
Scatman, or no, or is he played by Scatman Crothers?
probably played by him.
I forget the
Oh
name of
yeah,
the character, but he's the guy that
because
like explains The Shining to Danny. Like he's the one that knows that Danny like
yeah,
yeah
because it's the Grady sisters too. Those are the names. That's the girls.
yeah because he's like in the position that the family's in now. He's the father. He brings his family like to
Yeah, and he
the
kills them. If
yeah
I just type in The Shining blowjob, let's see what comes up.
because like I don't know why, but like it was so sudden, and then Wendy's reaction like it just like freaked me out like that like
Oh, dude,
yeah
that's freaky.
you know what I mean though like look at that
Yeah, I know what you mean. I don't like that either. Dude, look at his face.
dude
He's just
like
like
it was
he's just like, you want in on this?
it's like I'm the dick for seeing it when they left the door wide open.
Also, it does that really quick zoom in.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can. Let me see if it's here. What the fuck? It's definitely
That
not the
and,
right thing
that and when I
to
realized that in the mirror when Red Rum is just murder backwards, I'm like, oh boy.
Dude, the thing that freaked me out the most about that was just the music. So if I just do, let's see if this actually comes up. Blowjob.
I was probably like 12 or like 13 when I saw this movie.
Here it is. Oh
What the fuck?
Jesus! They not just have the clip. Like I don't want to see. Uh, bear scene.
Is it a bear or is it a dog? Because one thing said dog, but yeah,
I think it's a
like a
bear.
bear. Like look at it. It's definitely just like a bear.
Oh wait, yeah, it does that quick that zoom in.
Yeah.
Can you hear it?
No, I can't hear it, but I can like eternally hear it.
Okay, yeah. Here it comes.
Because like, you see this and you're like, what? And then like
Dude,
I
you,
thought
you know what I
Bluestrain was
like?
gonna like, go after her.
I like how it just has a bare ass.
Well, that's just
Like, is
oh,
that part of the costume or is
no.
that for
When you said bear, did you mean naked or like the animal?
naked?
No, yeah, that's a cutout. That's for easy access.
Yeah.
Because I saw this, I'm like, what? Because like it's easily the most random part of the like it's gotta be like the most like
Dude, honestly, this lady is the freakiest part.
yeah when dude cause
Dude, did
it's
you
the
know that
shape of her
she's
face.
like,
She's like ghoulish.
dude, she's like batshit crazy now.
Dude, apparently
Look at Shelley Duvall, that's her name.
she played Olive Oil in like the like Popeye like right after this movie she went into the role of Olive Oil. I'm like that's a decision.
Like, dude.
Yeah. Apparently though to get
Let me
to
see her
get
in that
her
role.
into character Kubrick was like intentionally like very harsh and mean towards her to like make her like upset and like just like mentally screwed up. Like there's rumors that that was like a thing.
Yeah, he did that on a couple movies. I think he did that on Birds too. Like they just did like 300 takes in a row. So the lady getting attacked would just be like, "Oh my fucking god, I want to kill myself."
Yeah, that's nuts.
I
Um,
mean, that's what it takes to make a good movie, I guess.
you hear about like Clint Eastwood? He's like he does one take for everything. Like he just wants to get in and out. But he's also like 1,000 now. So like that.
And he gets paid a shitload to make those movies, I bet.
Do you still hate Halloween?
In what sense do you mean? Because in a way, I didn't even mention it, but that's probably my favorite horror movie.
Yeah. So that was another one I probably saw when I was like 10 or 11. Because it's like it's simple and no one in the I mean like there's always like an idiot in the horror movies, but like I hate when the villain is like stupid. And
Yeah,
like
agreed.
yeah, and Mike Myers is not. And like clearly like supernatural in some ways, but also extremely realistic. Um
That's why I never got into like the Friday the 13th movies, because by the time he starts killing people, I'm just laughing my ass off because he'll just go up behind someone with like a machete and like hit them with it, and they'll just fly like 40 feet off into the distance.
yeah.
Like, all right, I don't think that's how that works, but okay.
I think I saw the first Nightmare on Elm Street and the first Friday the 13th movies. I'm like, okay, like I know these get worse from here, so I'm gonna just like rip the band-aid off. I'm good here. But
Dude, I feel like those movies could have been creepier if they just focused way more on like the him fucking kids aspect of it.
yeah,
Because that's what it is. Like, I'm pretty sure that's why he's all burned. If my memory serves me, because like all the kids' parents that he like fucked with or something, they like burnt him or like killed him by burning him.
might I forget. But I remember we would play back to like Halloween. I remember you would talk about how much you hated the music from Halloween, and I would just play it over the mic when we would play Xbox. You were like, dude,
Yeah,
just the fuck off. Like, it
fuck
freaked
you,
me out.
dude. I still don't like that music. It creeps me out. Dude, it's the mask, bro. It's that William Shatner pale ass mask that freaks me out. Like for the longest time, like if I even saw that, I just couldn't. Like that's literally the only horror movie too that kept me up at night. Like I watched that I think for the first time in 8th grade. So I wasn't even that young. I was pretty
Yeah.
into my years, but I couldn't sleep that night. Like I couldn't fall asleep, and then once I did, I woke up like 20 minutes later, and I was just laying in bed, just like not even moving, just
Just
scared fucking stiff.
bug it out. Um, Another one. I really liked Hereditary because I'm a fan of when
Hereditary was good.
movies, I think especially horror, are like referential to other movies that like I know about but I haven't seen. Like because like that one's like
Like what?
like the last scene where they're all like naked in the treehouse. Spoiler alert for anyone who's hasn't seen it. But
It's
it's
been
like
like 2 years.
yeah,
Go fucking see it.
good time. It's referential to Wicker Man because like apparently it ends the same way where it's like kind of culty and like people are just like
Oh
naked
yeah,
at the
Wicker
end for whatever
Man.
reason.
That ends with them. Well, which Wicker Man are you trying? Are you trying to see like the Nick Cage Wicker Man?
Whatever the original one is.
Okay, so not the Nick Cage one.
Yeah, I was gonna say, hopefully not the one with Nick Cage.
The original, 1973. Okay, yeah. I think that one ends. Yeah, I mean that whole thing is about. I think it's like a cult of all like women or something.
Maybe that
That
one.
actually
Oh no, I just added that to my list. Really want to see it. I might watch that tonight. No classes tomorrow.
really. Oh, do you just not have class on Thursdays?
Yeah, because so I had 6 classes this semester, and so like normally I guess like a lot of people like probably people at every school it's like the older you get like the more likely you are to not have class on like Friday, but like just like the way my schedule was, one of the classes only had one section and it was a Tuesday Friday, so I stacked my schedule in a way where like Monday sucks, Wednesday sucks, Tuesday only has one class, Friday only one class, and Thursday I had off. So yeah, no class tomorrow.
That's pretty chill, dude. My French professor today told us. Well, do you have because it's like Easter or whatever this weekend,
Mm-hmm.
which I totally forgot about. That we don't have class on Friday.
Oh, because
And
you
we're
guys are a
supposed.
Jesuit school, right?
Yeah, we're religious as fuck. We're basically a cult there too. But he was saying like we're supposed to have class on Monday though, which is kind of strange being like a religious school. But he was like, "Oh, I'm a European, so I do not work on the day after Easter." And I was like, "Killer, dude! That's awesome. 4-day weekend just because you don't feel like doing work.
That's hype.
That's
The
such a
best
bonus."
the best is so at Bentley, again in Massachusetts, on the day that they run the Boston Marathon. That's Patriots Day. It's
Hmm.
called Marathon Monday. Everyone has off for like everything. So there was one, I think it might have been my junior year, where I didn't have Friday classes. And I had like an early Thursday class, and that was it. So like it was like Thursday all day, pretty much no class, Friday the weekend, and Monday marathon off. And then I think something happened. Oh no, I'm thinking of another time where one time I had no Friday classes, and then we got hit with a snowstorm on Monday, and I had Monday and Tuesday off, so it was crazy. But like every once in a while, you'll get those crazy like 4 or 5 day weekends in college.
Hmm.
It's never gonna have those again.
Definitely not. Dude, I want to show you this Wicker Man scene from the Nick Cage one. I forget why he's dressed up in a bear suit, but
He's Nick Cage. That's why.
boom. I
Oh,
could watch I could watch that over and over, dude.
also,
He just
Midsommar has the bear.
Midsommar is good. Yeah, that has bear content.
Big Ari Aster guy, and A23 Studios.
Yeah, A24.
A24. Thank you.
Big
I
fan.
yeah, I fucked up.
I was just thinking when we were talking about the bear in like the Shining thing, how funny it would be if the scene where Wendy or the wife or whatever finds out that he's like going nuts because she sees like the book he's been writing and it's all
Yeah.
the
No, all work, no play makes Jack a
like
dull boy.
if it was just like really sexual stuff, all work and no top makes Jack a dull boy. All work and no butt play makes Jack a dull boy. Just like what?
Wendy, darling, lights of my life.
Let me lick your nipples.
Dude, so I'm in a class right now called
Dude, that'd
um
be so great. He just like takes his dick out. It's like, Wendy, look.
dude, so listen to this. So I'm in a class right now called Outsiders of the Law. It's pretty much um like we look at how like the law has like changed for like to protect like religious or like racial or like other kinds of like minorities and stuff like that. Um
Mhm.
and apparently like in like maybe like the 80s or something, like um gay or straight sodomy, like no matter what you were, but sodomy, so like oral sex, anal sex was illegal, like period.
Is oral
And
sex sodomy?
well, no, so sodomy is I think technically anal and oral sex,
It's
but
both?
yeah, so I didn't know that, but you want to know how I learned that? Because my professor's like, so who, just so we're all on the same page, who wants to define sodomy? And I was like, dude, that's your job. Like it's
Yeah, what?
10:23 a.m. I've had one cup of coffee. Like I
Like
don't want.
don't pass the buck to us just because you feel weird talking about butt sex, dude.
Yeah, and this one kid in my class, I don't remember. I think his name's like Carlos. He was just like, and we're all on Zoom. Our cameras are off. Like we're just like, oh, like, and then this one kid's just like, it's just like the anal and like oral kind. She's like, yep, yep, yep. I'm just like, you made this like way worse than it had to be.
Or you could have just said it and assumed that, like, I feel like most people have an idea of what that is.
Yeah, and if they're really lost, we all have Google.
Yeah, just look it up. Just look it up.
It's like
I had this
private
one
browser if you're really nervous.
professor. I had to take this class just for like credits
Mm-hmm.
last semester, and it was like a 2 credit class that started in like the middle of the semester, which was weird as fuck. But it was called like Intro to Teaching Professions or something. So if you're like a teaching major, this is like a little class you can take just for extra credit. But I signed up for it for some reason just because I needed 2 extra credits.
Mm-hmm.
So at one point, first off, the teacher lost my respect in the first 30 seconds of class, first
Fucking
day, because she walks in and she walks in, puts her shit down, writes her name on the board, and then goes up to the first table, takes her shoes off, and does the whole class in socks. And it's like, hey, I just think this should be a more relaxed environment. So let me just kick these puppies off. And I was close to leaving right then and there. Because I was like, this isn't circle time. Like,
This
what
is
are
not
you
gymnastics.
like? How am I supposed to take anything you say serious? Like, if you had to go, like, if you were older and you were like changing your will or something, and you went into the office, you talked to your lawyer, then like as you're leaving, you get up, like to shake his hand. He comes around and he's wearing like slippers and like or like Uggs or something. How quickly would you be like, no, 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 undo everything you just did? I'm finding someone else. I think that's in Curb. I think that's in Curb Your Enthusiasm, actually.
I haven't seen it. You would know better than me.
Oh,
But
dude, you gotta. That's a great show.
oh no, I've heard. Do you remember? So one of my roommates, he brought a George Foreman grill to school, and just every time he used it, he only used it like a few times throughout the year, just for like steaks or whatever. But every time he used it, I'm just like, I don't know how it happened. But I hope it somehow goes from the counter to the ground and somebody burns their foot. Like I was just waiting for somebody to pull Michael Scott.
Dude, that's such an. Was he using that in the dorms?
Mhm.
Dude, if I saw that, I would be waiting for it, like for the whole thing. Not even to land on his foot, but I would be hoping that I could be there. Because anyone that has that and is using it, if other people in the round are around, they'd be like, "Oh, dude, check this out! I'm gonna whip up a steak right now on my Foreman grill." Nothing would make me happier than to just see that thing like fall straight down, steak on the rug, and then just get charred into their fucking floor. Nothing would make me happier.
Dude, our kitchen was a nightmare because one of my roommates, he
You had
one all
kitchens?
what?
You had kitchens?
Well, so it was called an on-campus apartment. So
Oh, you had those ones. Okay. Yeah,
so
I know
like
what you mean
common
then.
room, kitchen, bathroom, two doubles and a single. Um,
Okay.
so it was actually kind of a tight setup. But so one of my roommates, every time he was drunk, and like I respect drunk cooking, I respect it, but like when you're just like a shit show at it, like he would be like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna make like nachos with like Alfredo sauce and pasta on them." I'm just like, dude, what are you
Wait,
doing?
what? Say that again?
So I'm exaggerating it, but like when he was like super hungry, he'd be like, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna take everything I have and just eat it all together." It would be like fettuccine alfredo with like nachos, and like I'm just like
Ew,
way
dude.
too much like cheese and like dairy cream based shit. Like I'm just like, oh
You probably didn't shit much. That'll clog you up real good.
yeah,
I remember me and my brother were going we did this big train thing, like a train trip one time, and
hmm
it was from like Philly to Chicago to Memphis, back to Chicago, then to Montana, and then like from Montana we
hmm
just went home. But still on the train. But anyway, when we left Memphis and got back to Chicago, we had I think like a bit of like a layover, I guess you can call it.
yeah,
So we went to this really famous deep dish place, Giordano's.
yeah,
So I was super hungry, because like shocker, train food isn't that fucking good. But we went there and I got mozzarella sticks as the starter on top of a deep dish pizza between me and my brother, which is huge for two
yeah,
people.
yeah.
And dude, I was just so full, feeling so good. So like we were getting to the train, I just called my parents to like give them an update. And I was talking to my dad, and he was like, "Oh, what'd you guys have to eat?" And I was like, "Oh, let me tell you what I had to eat because I'm feeling great right now." I was like, "I had mozzarella sticks. We had a big deep dish pizza." He was like, "Dude, you're not gonna shit for like a week." And I was like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "That's gonna clog you up so goddamn bad." And sure enough, that train ride from Chicago to Montana was like a day and a half. I don't think I used the toilet for a shit once.
I mean, I guess it like, kind of worked out then, but dude, yeah.
A little bit. We had our own room though, which was cool.
Oh, actually that is not cool.
Dude, I'm glad we did that. Like train travel, like where you actually have your own little room and you eat in like the dining car. It's a
mhm,
weird feeling to be on a train like that at like 8 o'clock at night and just be like it was me and my brother, and then we had like this like 70-year-old couple at our table because it's just booths. So if it's
yeah,
only two people, they're gonna put you up with other two people. Just random as fuck, and it's so weird. But
yeah.
I'm glad we did that. It was
I
funny.
don't I kind of love train rides. Like there was a few times I was on trains in like Europe when I was studying abroad, and like Like, I remember from like Milan to like Florence, it was like just long enough where like if you want to take a nap, you could. You could still see like a good amount of like stuff and like train travel is like I think
It's
really it's like
it's the
long.
most it's the most stress-free travel in my opinion.
Yeah. Oh, easily. Yeah.
Because like you don't have any of the like airports, the hassle you have to go through there is just retarded.
Mm.
um Driving, you just have to drive, so you have to stay awake no matter what unless you have someone else, and you have to pay attention to where you're going. But dude, like taking the train into like New York or something, I love that because I can just shut down for like an hour and a half, just like listen to music and
Mhm.
check out the disgusting innards of New Jersey, like through Secaucus and shit.
Dude, I hate when people so of course I get a lot of New Jersey jokes from all the massholes, right? It's like, oh, it's the armpit of New Jersey. I'm like, one, you've probably never been. Two, the part you're thinking of is like over an hour away from where I live.
Yeah, that's so true.
And then people from North Jersey are like, oh, North Jersey's super nice. And like, yeah, it's like close to like New York and like there's a lot of like really nice parts, but like you have Newark and like Patterson, like
Yeah, dude, there's really the
like
fact that it's close to New York is really the only good thing. Like there's
yeah, like
nothing
it's
up
just
there.
gray. It's just gray.
That's where the hill
Oh,
people are from.
yeah.
But you were with us for New Year's this year, right? When we
No,
went
I
to
was
Manayunk.
no, I
Oh,
went to
that's
Long
right,
Island.
asshole.
I missed that.
You didn't miss much, but nothing better
Um,
than going to a bar where you're clearly the youngest people there.
dude, I mean, I've been to drinkers in Philly.
That's true. We did go to Drinkers. Dude, I
Drinkers, I
really hope that
thought,
we have a I really hope that we're able to go to like Morgan's Pier or something this summer.
yeah, I want to find other bar. I feel like I don't know, like,
I don't know anything.
bars. I mean, none of us, I mean, Harvey went to school there, and we've been to, like, Rosa. Is that, no, Porta, not Rosa. Porta's the name of
It
it.
is sick because I don't have to interact with anyone. I can sit there and eat pizza.
Because that's what people do at bars. But,
I hate clubs, dude. I hate clubs. That's more of a club too. That's not really a bar. There's nothing makes me want to be at home more than when I'm in like a big group and like at a place like that and someone's like, "Yo, let's hit the dance floor." Like nothing makes me want to call a cab or an Uber immediately and go home. I've never felt more out of place than on a club dance floor.
but see, that's where you could just, like, really just, like, kind of do whatever and then really not have to worry about it the next. Like, assuming you're not, like, an idiot.
Not if you're me, because the amount of just dirt, like I feel like uh I get the dirtiest looks at fucking clubs. I don't know why. My presence is not a good one at clubs. I'm always just like underdressed too. I just look like an asshole.
Yeah. Um, dude, if you could snap your fingers and then, like, any, like, one, like restaurant or like food fucking place or whatever around us could just be open. What's your pick?
Oh,
And like
um,
for the squad, like all of us go. Because I think for me, there's two clear choices.
is one of them PJs?
Yeah, PJs and donkeys for sure. Which I guess you can still get takeout if they're so good.
Yeah, we've had donkeys since this whole thing started. For me, I would say I don't know if you've been there, but there's this really good place. You know where the Cadoba used to be by Target in Centerton?
Yeah, yeah.
Have you ever been to that Anthony's Pizza place there?
No.
That place. I like going there. Really good pizza, and their meatballs are fire. They're huge too. Do you remember? It's still. I think it's still a thing in other places. But remember the restaurant Buca de Beppo?
Well, could you say? Could you just keep saying that? Like the
Buca de
answer is
Beppo. Buca de Beppo.
no. Are you sure you're not thinking Bertucci's?
100%. You don't remember that place,
No, I have no idea what you're talking about.
dude? It was right near the Cherry Hill Mall. It's the
No,
Longhorn Steakhouse now.
no. I know the Longhorn, but no, I don't.
What? It had all that really like shitty.
Dude, no, I don't. No, I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm just gonna
Wait,
show you.
wait. It's As soon as you said it had all that really shitty, I don't know why, but I think it's coming back to me.
I'm gonna show you the interior real fast because it's like fucking. Look at this place. It's like the worst Italian decorator just threw up in a room.
Oh, the Buca looks familiar.
Yeah,
Like
dude.
yeah.
Half the pictures are either of just like Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, or like a fat guy shoveling spaghetti into his mouth. And look, they have like Christmas lights and shit for some reason.
Oh God.
Yeah, dude. It's hard to like look in. Like you just need to like look down at at the table, or you're just gonna have like a seizure.
Oh my, and everyone in there's names like
Look at
Joey.
that. Oh, oh! I drove past a dude, that looks so bad. That looks terrible.
Yeah, I'm out.
I drove every day I've pretty much gone for like a little drive, usually for like 30 minutes an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't stop anywhere, but I just like getting out of the house. But I
Yeah.
drove past like the Cherry Hill Mall today and like Carrabba's, and I was just thinking of how gross that place is too.
Do you know who used to work there? Who worked there this past summer?
Ryan?
Good guess because Ryan has worked everywhere, but no. I think like who would have worked at Carrabba's?
I don't know. That would have been my guess.
The Florio.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. For anyone, well, for everyone who doesn't know, it's just like the fakest Italian kid we know. Shout out to Florio. No,
Of the Florio slander.
I love that kid. He's funny, but he likes thinking he's more Italian than he is.
Yeah, then like the Pope, who I guess actually
Yeah,
now that I say like I don't think the Pope's actually Italian. Like this.
he's like Argentinian or
Yeah,
something.
but you know what I mean.
Yeah, Pope Fran. Is that it?
Yeah,
Pope
Pope Fred.
Francis.
Yeah.
Fuck those guys, dude. Weirdos. 83. God damn. What has to happen for you? Like, imagine hitting your stride really in your career at 80.
Dude, I don't want to think about that.
Like when people say like, "Oh, college is going to be the best 4 years of your life." Like, no, maybe the best 4 years of your life will be when you're like between 82 and 86. Maybe that's when you'll just start crushing it.
I guess good for him. That's all I can really say. It's just good for that guy. He was persistent.
He was persistent. I mean, yeah, you really need to work hard to cover up all those child molestation charges, I'm sure.
Yikes.
I said that in like a tutoring session and for my French class. Well, a similar kind of thing.
You
But
still thinking French blows my mind.
why? I'm cultured.
I thought you just hate French.
No. I love that country. Dude, think about it. People that hate talking to other people, love their distance, eat peculiar food,
Generally mean.
generally dicks. Yeah. Like I fit right in whenever I'm there. So I mind my own business. I don't bother anyone. No one bothers me. It's great. But
When you're in France,
we
do you wear your fanny pack?
what fanny pack?
It's not actually. It's like a like a.
Oh, dude, I got that there.
Oh yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, dude. Of course,
It's
it's
like a
great for
sling
your little.
bag.
Yeah, it's like a satchel.
Not big enough to be a satchel.
That's true. It's literally a fucking man purse. I have no shame. That's what it is. But we were in our French like tutoring group, and I was talking about we were talking about because like it's a Jesuit school, so like the head of the school or whatever is like a priest or whatever, like Father. His name's like
Yeah.
Father Paul or whatever. So we were just talking about him or whatever, and this like religious figures. And at one point, though, this one girl in my group, I forget how we got on the topic of like alcohol, but she was like, "Oh yeah, Catholics, they really like their alcohol, their wine. And I was like, yeah, Catholics, they really like their boy butt. She was just like, oh, come on. I was like, not wrong, really.
Low
Not
hanging
really.
fruit, really?
Low hanging fruit. Ripe for the picking.
Dude, speaking of low hanging fruit, so
Low
on spring break,
hanging
one night me and my
fruit.
buddies, one night we went to the casino in Fort Lauderdale. It's the Hard Rock. Um,
Ew.
it was actually a really nice casino. Killed it in blackjack that night. And
What's killing it in blackjack for a college like?
so I played with. I started off with 100. I'm like, all right, like whatever.
Fair
Um,
start.
yeah. Left with either almost 400 or almost 500.
Okay, that's
So
pretty
like,
good.
yeah, considering like
If,
to lose.
mhm.
But
We're in this for an hour now, and I realized that I probably should have switched to the view where you see us both like equally. So it's probably just gonna be your like giant face with me up in the corner for
nice.
most of it. I don't care.
Anyway, anytime now I think of low hanging fruit, I think of this story. So there was 5 of us. 4 of us went to go to like the blackjack area. One of my friends, he really likes to play poker. Earlier that day we had been like drinking because it was like spring break. We were at the beach and whatnot. And the one friend, he's the one with the fucking George Foreman grill, the one that thinks Adam Sandler is like a very talented actor, etc.
Hmm.
He had a Four Loco, right? And a Four Loco, like, it gets you like trashed or whatever.
So
But like,
he's just full of good opinions and good ideas.
I mean, I like a Four Loco every here and there. But he had a
They
Four
have they
Loco,
have
like,
they have their uses.
yeah. Well, because we went to this house party before the casino where like we knew people were going to be at that were like from Bentley, so we just wanted to like go
Uh-huh.
like say hi to people and then go because it was on the way. Um, so maybe like an hour and a half before the casino, he starts drinking it. He finishes it like right before we get in the car to go. It's like a 25-minute car ride. On the way, because of like the Ford Loco or whatever, he like fell asleep and we woke him up. He goes, so keep in mind, so we park the car, we go into the casino. He looks up, he sees the poker room, he goes. The rest of us, we keep, so it's like a fork in the road, right?
Like
Like he
call
could
and
have kept going,
response.
yeah. He could have kept going straight, or he goes to the poker room, and he goes to the poker room. We go straight, right? And like it's like getting late in the night. Like I want to go home because I DD'd. And he's like, "Yo," I was like, "Black, I when I got here, like I don't know how I got to the poker room." He's like this casino's huge. What do you mean to come? Like, because we were telling him to come meet us at the bar so we could all go. And he's like, and like we're realizing that he's just being a dick and stalling because like realistically he was just like down in poker. Like I knew this. Like I knew he's just being a dick. He's like, I was like, Black, I want to go here. How do you expect me to know where the fucking like blackjack like tables are? I'm just like, dude, literally leave and turn the other way. Like, and there's signs. There's signs at the casino. It's not just go
Yeah,
free
that's
for
true.
like we found it just fine. And like if you were like blacked out off of one fucking like Four Loco, like die.
Yeah, really? Especially after like sitting there for a while. Dude, that's such a like
He's
not
just
the
being
that's
stalked.
such a not the game to play when you're like hammered. Like
Anyway,
like
so
like a game that requires a lot of thinking and strategy. It's probably just at the table, just like, whoa, let me get some new cards, line them up.
he's being a dick. And so my one roommate, my direct roommate, Ryan Vestra, shout out RVS the dog. Um, he he does not take anybody's shit. Like he stands up for himself like too much. And
Mhm.
so like we're reading these texts. Two of my roommates were like talking to these girls at the bar, and like him and I were just trying to like get it going or whatever. And we're like, okay, like look, dude, I'm saying we just like leave without him and tell him to like go fuck himself. And we're telling him like, son, we're leaving, we're gonna go. He's like, dude, what do you mean? Like, just come get me at the poker. Like, I'm like, dude, like grow up. Like you're 22 years old. Stuff. So we find him. Like we're walking in. So keep in mind, I'm walking into the poker room. My roommate Ryan, he's storming into the poker room, like full like sees red. He goes to the table and he yells, and like the poker room is like it's not like huge. I don't know how to describe how big it was, but it wasn't big. Like, but like only this one table was active right now, and it was the one he was at. The rest of it was empty. He's like, Simon, we're leaving right now, and like he's only talking to our friend Tyler and this other guy, this grown man who like I don't know what he does for like work or whatever, but if you're like I don't know high 30s, low 40s, and you're at a casino at 3 a.m. on a Wednesday, I'm gonna assume you're not doing much in life. Like maybe I'm the type for Sube, but he was like, "Hey, buddy, just let him play." And my roommate
Dude,
like,
that guy
"Oh,
has rent that he needs to pay. I guarantee you.
yeah." He's like, "Dude, fuck off." He's like, "Oh yeah, 5'2", because my roommate's kind of short. He's not 5'2", he's probably like 5'6", but like he was just like picking on him for being small. Like, congrats, buddy. You're 39. You're picking on another man, like a much younger person who's in college, like picking on their height. Like, shut, like just do better. And then like so
That's such a
eventually,
specific height too to like insult someone about like, oh, you're 5. Like you really get, if you're gonna insult someone's height, why not just say like midget or be like 3 feet tall? Like why 5'2"? That's such a specific shitty insult to give.
so anyway, Ryan started. It was mad.
5'2".
It was just like mad like 12 of him to do. Like you're like 8 years old.
Yeah.
Anyway, Ryan's like, okay, you want to talk about low hanging fruit? Like, shut the fuck up, Four Eyes, because this guy had glasses. I start, and I'm like, oh no. And then this guy just like calls security, and like we eventually, even though I was just like, I was definitely being calm. Like that's not me being biased. Like, I was like, let's just leave. Let's just leave.
Mm-hmm.
Security, and then like we get walked out.
Yeah. Those
And yeah,
kind of security doesn't really fuck around.
yeah. Anyway, I was ready to knock someone's block off that night. Pretty much.
That's understandable, dude.
And that's
There's
my
nothing
story
more.
of low hanging fruit.
Took a while to get there, but I liked it. Oh my god. Oh, what are you doing right now?
I was gonna ask you if you want to play some Fortnite or something.
I'm down to get a game in.
Word. Well, I loved being on the Nest, man.
Yeah, we'll do it again, definitely.
For show.
I mean, there's nothing else to do, so.
Yeah.
Are you doing anything for Easter?
I think I'm just gonna chill with my mom because my aunt, uncle, and grandma were gonna come over, but we don't think that's the move right now. My dad said he had like a sore throat today, like a little bit, so like, I'm trying to see what's good with him.
Sketch.
Yeah, but he's probably just like thinking it, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, no real plans. But dude, do you remember what we should do for the Nest? Remember when we did the Buffalo Wild Wings review for Wordsworth with Brad?
I do. I do.
Like food reviews, like live food reviews. Like, oh, this shit slaps. Like,
We could do that just with like the snacks I have here. Like, oh, this cosmic brownie.
oh, this pretzel's better than that pretzel.
Dude, I could destroy some pretzels right now.
I'm sure.
Dude, all right. This has been the longest one yet, too. So thank you for the ongoing content.
Yeah, man, it flew by.
It did. It did.
Yeah, that was fun.
All right, hang. Here, I'm gonna stop the recording, but then hang back for a sec.
Word.
All right, cool. Thank you everyone for listening. See you on Ep.10. Deuces.